hours later.
Oh my, that was quite a mission. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we finally went for the first drive with the S13 on the big wheels, and it is 8:30 at night now. Gonna be a little bit quiet, probably won't use too many power tools, but the plan is to try and get a start on pulling the SR out of the engine bay. So this is something I've wanted to do ever since I bought the car. The plan is, oh my God, it just looks so good. 1 second. Oh, yes. Oh man, I'm like so stoked with the way this car looks. Does need to go a little low in the rear, but it's not that bad. So yeah, I want to paint the bay. There really actually isn't too much to these motors. You got a little bit of wiring, cooler pipe, exhaust, radiator. That's pretty much it. Gonna get it up on the hoist. Oh, we got a hoist. I'm genuinely so stoked about that. Oh man, so cool. I think I've said it before, but I think the plan is before Matsuri to have me finish making the hot side and cooler piping and the little intake, as well as have the car painted and the engine bay. So that's the plan. I'm going to be hunting Marketplace. Want to find an Aeroflow sump with a little bit more capacity and some baffles in it, hopefully within the next couple of days while the motor's out. I've got a power steering relocation kit, so I'm going to bang that out, and I'll also give it a fresh fluids. I got to do diff, gearbox. I've already done an oil change on the motor, but I'll do another one because it's an SR. Better safe than sorry. Once she's a little lower in the rear, it'll be yum, 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 yum. The plan ideally is to get the motor out of the bay tonight, and then I'll wake up, strip the bay, sand the bay. I mean, ideally I'd love to get the paint down in the afternoon. I do have, it's a long weekend, so can always do it Saturday. Wake up in the morning, roll it out onto there, and just do a quick spray job. I'm going to be painting the engine bay Volcano Black, which is a super cool car. I'm not too sure if you've seen Hayden's S15. It's black, but it's got like a blue and purple and all of this metallic flake through it. Super small bits, it just looks wicked. So that's the plan for it. And I'm also going to paint the rocker cover the same color as the exterior of the car. Pretty excited. But yeah, if you guys do enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, tell your friends about the channel, and like always, if you are new here and you do subscribe, your name will be there in the next video. Yeah, let's chuck it on the hoist, pull the radiator, pull the cooler pipes, and I'll get back to you then. Still a bit connected, just sort of cruising through, to be honest. I'll do a little bit in the bay. I'll do probably wiring now, an accelerator cable, and I'll also pull the battery out. Probably should have done that before, but not really touching anything electrical yet, apart from the math. Right, let's keep going. Okie dokie. Things that are still connected is power steering, engine mounts, starter motor, alternator, oil cooler and lines. I think that's pretty much everything for in the bay. I mean, we'll see soon. Got to pull the shifter out while it's nice and low. And then we've got gearbox cross member. Also going to drain the gearbox as soon as we're up. Okie dokie, so it is the next day. I'm gonna start it off and undoing that oil filter relocation. So I'm just gonna take the 2 AN lines off the bottom there, and then taking this bracket off and actually pulling it out. That'll give me more access to get down to the engine mounts under there. Okie dokie, I feel like apart from the engine mounts, I'm pretty sure I've got most of the stuff from up the top. So we'll get it up in the air and I'll drain the gearbox, drain the motor, do cross member and all the rest of the drive shaft and stuff, and yeah, let's get this thing out. No way. Did you just see that? It just clocked the turbo. It just, fuck. Alright, so having major problems trying to get this banjo bolt off of the power steering pump. That's so annoying. I have to tighten the bolts to the intake compressor housing because that shouldn't be able to move. That's wild. I'm gonna go and borrow James's big ugga dugga. I'm gonna brace that against the water neck, and then hopefully with the big 24mm it'll just go and it'll spin out. Fingers crossed. So that's really my only option. Alright, come on please. Why the fuck? I fully don't know what to do now. Just bent knees. I'm not fucking around with this anymore. I'm just taking the belt off, gonna take the power steering pump off. The only reason I did want to do this is why I wanted to disconnect it anyway, but I can just put it in a plastic bag, leave it in the middle, and when it's sanding and stuff, it'll be sweet. Just put a zip tie around it. That's fucking annoying though. So, this is the gearbox sump plug. Please do a focus. So you can see shards of metal. So there's a little magnet on these sump plugs. Love that. Yeah, as you can tell, there's a little bit of synchro material on there. There's quite a lot of synchro material on there. When you shift into second, especially like if you're skidding, it grinds. It grinds when it's cold in second. So I found my second gear synchro. As long as I'm not doing a box and match series, we're all good. Oh, I didn't change the focal point for that whole clip, did I? No, returned. This is the diff, so it's got a little bit, but actually, it's quite a bit. This will just be shim material, I'd say. I do have to reshim this diff. That's pretty high on the list. I should really order them now. Well, not like you could see any of that, but got the jar shaft out. Got most of the stuff under here done. Okie dokie, I think I'm pretty much there. I do want to take the bonnet off, so I'm probably going to do that now. There's always going to be something that I've forgotten. I do know that there's a green wire which seems to be going to like a temp sensor down there. I'll probably have to cut that because it's an aftermarket one, so not too fussed about that. Apart from that, I think I've got everything, but yeah, there's always something. Okie dokie, not too much has happened since I last stopped recording, but the camera is about to run out of battery, so just trying to save the battery life. The crane's on there, just got to jump under and undo the cross member bolts. That'll allow the box to come down and hopefully the engine to come forward a bit, and then I'll realise what I've forgotten, but yeah, pretty keen. Fingers crossed it'll rescue. Far out, the only thing I'm struggling with is there's a little connector on the back of the alternator. Because this oil filter relocation kit literally goes right there, I can't get anything into the clip. So you can see it's been cut twice before. If I have to cut it again, it's not the end of the world. Apart from that, just got to go down a little bit on the hoist, up a little bit on the crane, and it will be able to, or grab the gearbox and just my TSR. The loom itself has heat, so I'm just going to keep pulling the motor out a little bit more and more until I can get to it easily. Sweet. Okay, so new goal for today is I want to get the bay completely prepped, ready for paint tomorrow. That's as well as like masking up and everything, because I think it'll be super cool if I can get it sanded today. It's 11:30 at the moment. I'm probably gonna go eat some lunch and put my camera on charge for a little bit. Keen, let's try and make it happen.
A few inches later.
Okie dokie, we're back. I was not filming for a little bit longer than I really should have been. It is 2:28, so most of the day is pretty much gone. We are still in the shed, which is a little bit annoying, but we're empty. The loom is sort of just a big bird's nest now. I've just sort of sat it on itself so it's not in the wheels and whatnot. Chuck the other wheels on because I don't want to paint with the good wheels. As you can see, there's no loom which goes all the way over here, so I pulled some of my interior apart. Yes, that was super fun. All that big loom is disconnected and then pulled through that hole, and then undone all of that. Obviously the lights bumper guards are gone. This looks just horrible, so sorry about that. Bent the brake master and clutch master out. What else is done? Pretty much everything. So I'm just about to set up the ramps. Oh, she's light. So I can roll the car out there, and then we'll give it a wash. There's meant to be a digger dude coming today to push all that stuff down the bank, and then he's going to put a little bit of dirt here so we don't have to use the ramps. So I put them over there. So let's put them back. Sweet, ramps are out. Let's get this on the ground. I wonder if I have to jack it up on the front or if it'll be super high because there's no motor. I don't know. tripod is very broken, as you can probably tell. This paint's fucked. This sucks. Painted it with, but it's fucking horrible because this texture will show up in my paint if I don't get rid of it. So suddenly a couple hours quick sand turned into the rest of the day sand. Whole day sand. How nice is the shade? Positive, I like it. Okie dokie, so I've just had a bit of a change of thoughts, direction sort of thing. So I can't make too much noise later on, and I do want to actually try and paint this in the morning or like earlier rather than later tomorrow. So I think my plan is I'm gonna head to Super Cheap, and because this paint is just so shit, like the bay has been resprayed, you can see a bit of overspray on the tags and stuff, but the paint that they've used is like horrible. It's really shit. It keeps just like clogging up the sanding discs, and I'm not getting anywhere. It's taken ages, so I'm gonna go to the store, just gonna get some it's a paint stripper. Never used paint stripper. I know it's super hazardous and chemically and smelly and really bad for you, so we're gonna try and do that. It's 20 bucks for like a tub of it. Hopefully that's enough to do on engine bay, but I'm over sanding already, and I know I have to sand again tomorrow, but I would like to get as much as I can off with this paint then. So let's go grab some of that. Okie dokie, so got the paint stripper, got a couple of brushes. I've never used this stuff before. I do have a mask, so I'm going to be using that. Yeah, I think just going to paint it on to most of the stuff that you can see. Yeah, I don't know, we'll give it a shot, I guess. Oh my god. So, just recapping a few points on this video. I would just like to say that massive thanks to you guys for watching. I didn't realise, but there's a whole sub-harness which you can disconnect at pretty much the fuse box, and that will be your gearbox loom and all of like your alternator and stuff, and I didn't realise that till I went to put the motor back in. But now I know. If you have any ideas to get that banjo bolt off of the power steering, please let me know, because the car is back together right now, and that banjo bolt's still on there. But I've been told that I have a S14 power steering pump, so I need to get an S13 one to have power steering. Because I put the Tarks relocation kit in and it sticks out too far, and then something happened. But that's in like a few videos, so you'll have to wait for that. Yeah, sorry about the gap in the middle where it was just I put down the camera and then I pretty much emptied the whole bay and then I picked up the camera again. I sort of just put the battery on charge and then just went into like full hustle mode and got it done. The biggest pain in the ass things, I mean, it's one of those things that you sort of just have to go slowly and figure out how to do it, and then once you've done it once it's like not that bad. But getting all the clutch and brake master out is always just a pain in the ass, and the fuse box. Disconnecting that big harness, and then you have to pull, there's a harness which goes through and it goes up into your column, and then it's like all your ignition barrel and stuff, and that goes, it's a bit of a dog, not gonna lie, but super stoked. I did it sort of half properly. I really should have pulled it out through the ECU plug as well and then fed that through, but I didn't, so yep. Anyway, I majorly regretted putting down the paint stripper, but you'll have to see in the next video. Cheers for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.